Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Warship Gunner 2 EL2, and yes, this video is a little late, and I'm sorry, but my recording program... Well, let's see, the first time, this is the third attempt at making this episode, the first time, not only did the thing crash, and not the box this time, the box is actually fine, this time it was the program that crashed. Not only did it crashed when I was almost done. It was like 46 minutes that it crashed. So, lost all of that. Second try at recording it, just a few minutes in, it was like, oh, I'm running out of space, gonna stop the recording now. Okay, well, finally, back again, hopefully, so that we can actually do this here. Okay, third time's the charm, right? So, what I did the last two stupid times I did this was I came and I looked at aircraft, because we're going to be designing our supercarrier today, so I might as well start this line, because there's a dotted line down here, I want to see where it goes. Okay, bomber. Bomber's over here. We got these things. I know from speed researching these that they don't lead into anything really interesting that I care to use, to be honest. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't. Man. I'm getting tired of recording issues. FA-22 is probably a good choice for us, but is this the line? Yeah, okay, hold on. So, F-22... FA-22, so medium and long range, 6 and 6, 6 and 2, okay. 405, 180, 380, 160, so this is lower a little bit actually. But it does have more ammo, I guess. But the missiles are the exact same. I don't know. These things, people were telling me to look for a new Hurricane, which is a VTOL aircraft that I might be able to use on my or I might want to use on my twin-hull battleship, but it's not in here yet. Trust me, I've looked around. This is the third time looking through all these. It's not here. It might be this right here, because this is the Viking, this is VTOL, so it kind of makes sense in my brain that, you know, this would branch into another VTOL aircraft right here that might be the new Hurricane. Trust me, it's not in here. I've looked 3 times now, and it's not. It's not there yet. It's just not available to research yet. I've been through this a couple times, if you can't tell. Oh, Vanquish F5. Is that one I want to fast research? Not really. No, because we got the SU-37J over there, and that's what we're going to be using. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Alright, that's enough research. Let's go actually design the aircraft carrier now, and hope that this stupid recording problem doesn't happen again. Okay. Design. New vessel. Yes, please. Hull type, carrier, super carrier, huzzah. Huge weight capacity, as you can see. 70,000 tons, that's even more than the twin-hull battleship. So for my third time explaining this, I'm not going to use cannons because these are just way too small at this point of the game. They won't do anything. Optical, what I did the first time was I was using these, and I only have 2 of them, which means I only could use 2 of them, so I was putting them like here and back over here. So those were the primary weapons I was using. Then we need a bridge here. This was the one I was using because it has the most command and radar capabilities. So I'll put that about in the middle-ish. And then, let's see, structures, searchlights, we always put on the extreme corners. So, like, back there, and then up there, then this way, right about, where is it there? And can't go this way anymore, nope. Alright, so we go there, okay, those are on. Structures, let's see, let's do engines real quick. Now, you're just going to have to take my word on this because I don't want to have to show you guys. I don't want to have to do that whole process all over again. Basically, I had loaded this thing up with as many boilers as I could fit in terms of parts limit and everything, and size of the ship. And then I switched over to nuclear reactors to see if they were any better, and the nuclear reactors were better just because we had weight to throw away pretty much. And I had 22 nuclear reactors on here, and they were absolutely insane, but 4 turbines, and they just barely fit. As you can see here, we can't actually put another one back here, like so. So this is as many nuclear reactors as we can possibly hope to have. Armor I had was not that, it was this. Systems, what did I have? I had Auto reload system, as always. Where is it? Auto reload system. There. I had... What else? I had electronic targeting. Yeah, let's go with this. Then I had firing delay doesn't help us for the lasers, obviously. Fire control system was just more command. Okay. Digital enhancement, auto countermeasures. We need auto countermeasures. We need the other system that I had that I hadn't used before was, where is it? Well, Aegis system. We'll get that before I forget. Okay, now the other system I used on this that I hadn't used before, ECCM, and this is anti-jamming level 3. There are certain enemies that will block your ability to lock onto them until you get close enough, which is pretty annoying. So what we want to do to counter that is have ECCM so that we can lock onto them from farther away. Not that it matters too much because this thing's these things' range is not great anyways, but still every little bit helps. Systems. I need my bow jet thruster, so I guess we'll just remove this. Last time I used, and again, I'm sorry, but you're just gonna have to take my word on it because I did the entire mission and I was almost done. And anyways, last time I used anti-air pulse lasers as my main anti-air weaponry, and boy, I wish I didn't lose that video because it was a perfect example of what I'm talking about. My issue with these things has always been that they don't lead the target properly. I think the game thinks that they are hit scan weapons, which means there's no travel time in the projectile. It just, as soon as it procs, it hits the target instantly. That's not what happens with these things. So what these do is they point straight at the aircraft the entire time, but because the aircraft is moving so quickly, that doesn't work, obviously. I mean, everyone knows you have to lead an aircraft when you're shooting at it. These don't do that for some reason. They just miss all of their shots. I had a perfect example, like a 15-second clip of a jet that was circling around my aircraft carrier, and you could see the pulse lasers just missing it with every single laser for a solid 15 seconds straight before my aircraft finally took it down, or the high angles or something, but the lasers never hit it once. So that's why I don't use these. I wish I didn't lose that so I could have shown you exactly what I'm talking about, but that's why I don't use the pulse lasers. And I stick to the CIWS. Yeah, there's that. I'm, again, just going to have to take my word for it. I lost the freaking footage. Same reason that this video is late today. Sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. I tried because I looked in the folder and it was like, oh, there's a video file here. I wonder if it's still working. Nope, it got corrupted and couldn't even open. So huzzah. Let's see, our interceptors. I think we said we were going to use the, where is it? Oh wait, is this yeah, interceptors. SU-37J, right? No, SU-37J is our fighter. Our interceptors that we're going to use are the, oh gosh, I gotta find them again. I think it was the F-22 Raptor, wasn't it? Right? Hang on. Yeah, so 3200 versus this guy. Oh yeah, now I remember. So this one is faster than the F-22, but it's not as good as the F-22 in any other respect at all. So we're going to stick to the F-22 because it's almost as fast. I mean, it's not like it's much slower. So we're going to go with those. Fighters, we're going to want quite a few of these. These are where we're going to use our SU-37J. I already remember. I remember these guys from the last time I did this. So we're going to have 10 of them. We're going to have 9 of these bombers. And for the bombers, I don't remember what I used. Oh, yes, I do. We're going to use these guys because they have guided bombs. And the issue with bombs in this game is they tend to kind of miss a little bit. So if you have guided bombs, it's not a problem. Also, we don't have one that's like a whole lot faster. So yeah, this is fine. So now that leaves us 2 slots. We're going to do a support helicopter like this in Group B, and also in Group B, an anti-sub helicopter. Well, hang on. Let's do what I did last time was an anti-sub helicopter, but I might as well do a scout plane that is just faster. Where's my... Oh, well, there's the S-12 Seeker. Cannot do heavy weather. None of these guys can do... Oh, this can do heavy weather. What is this thing? Oh, okay. Well, it has depth charges, which means it can find underwater bases, and it's pretty fast. Alright, sure, we'll do that. We only need one anyways, so we'll put that in Group B. So this is for our treasure hunting for underwater bases. So, yeah. Armor, we already got. Systems, we're good. Structures, we're almost good. Elevators, I almost never use side elevators. It takes away from your ability to put AA on the ship, which is kind of important. So, yeah, we don't want to do that. Let's put these elevators kind of like this. Maybe put this one like closer to the middle-ish of the ship, like that. Then we also want some catapults. We want like a bunch of these catapults here, like so. And then the other thing I had was a whole bunch of... I know we still have to do more weapons, I'm aware, but I'm trying to do this about the same way as I did last time. I had a bunch of these ammo depots. I had 6 of these ammo depots in no particular location. It doesn't really make a difference. In fact, let's let me think. Where did I put most of these last time? Let's put them like here, and then let's move the elevator back so it's like, you know, even and stuff. It does matter a little bit where I put these, just because of what I want to do with some of the other stuff that we have. But if we put all of these like this, I had 6 of these, and just in case you don't know, well, I should just do this. They increase the ammo supply of every one of your guns by 20%, but it doesn't keep stacking. It's not 20% of the last amount. It's 20% of the original amount every time. So it's not like you put on one of these and you have 20% more, and then you put on another one and it's 20% more of that new amount. It's 20% of the... It's plus 20% of the original ammo capacity. So, but still very helpful. With 6 of these, I'm just a little more than doubling my ammo capacity, which is great. So weapons, we always want our chaff grenade in this slot here, and I had just like 3 of these on the and again, it's like, well, I shouldn't say again because you guys wouldn't know that I was doing it again, but yeah, it surprised me last time how far away from the edge of the ship those actually got placed, but whatever, it's fine. Now for the Illumination Flares. Why did the program have to crash? Why did it do that? Illumination Flares, there we go. Weapons, this is where our Azrocs always go, so we come down here and get the Azrocs. I don't mind having these in the middle of the ship because in my mind it seems plausible that you could have missile launchers in the middle of the deck, flush with the flight deck. That seems plausible to me. Like, I know that we don't actually do that, and there's probably a good reason for it, but I could see it happening. I mean, it doesn't seem totally impossible as long as they're flush with the deck and they're not going to cause any aircraft to, like, you know, hit a bump on the flight deck and lose control. You know, assuming that didn't happen, I could see, you know, having VLS missile launchers in the flight deck in the middle. In this game, they stick up a little bit, but I don't think it looks too awfully awkward. So yeah, there's those. What else? I guess it's just down to the AA stuff now. I still like to have high angles for anti-building, you know, weaponry, anti-structure weaponry, I should say. And I mean, they're just good overall. They're just good for like the entire game. There's never really a point where these get outdated or not useful anymore. So I just like to just keep using these. They're just fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and place all these, and then we'll name the ship. I do have a name for the ship. There's a person that has been leaving comments pretty much since the second half-ish of Naval Ops Commander, and right up through this series as well. So I think he's deserved a ship of his own. So we will name this ship after him. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and place all these and name the ship, and I'll see you guys back at the... Well, I'll bring you back here just so you can see what I did with these. But yeah, then I'll name the ship. Then we'll go to the dock. So yeah. Okay, so I have all of our AA placed. We hit the parts limit again, but that's fine. And I have named the ship, as you can see. Dicky Rodriguez has been leaving comments for a little while here, so I do appreciate that. So there we go. He has a ship now. And I think that concludes this design. So let's go ahead and do the mission with the aircraft carrier. Yeah, to battle with the aircraft carrier. Thankfully, this is one of the few missions at this point in the game that is not actually a boss battle, because most of them at this point are. But since it's not, that means we can actually use a carrier and get away with it. Everything will be fine. Alright. Sigma 15 enemy battleships. Okay, there is a treasure that I missed on the first attempt at recording this, so I'll try to keep my eyes peeled for it. It is a transport that something about spawns at one of the islands and then goes west to run away. Transport appears west side of map, fleeing from airbase. Okay, so we're gonna have to go and deal with him once we find him. Oh yeah, launch the aircraft. I'm not used to playing as a carrier. Been a while, so yeah. Anyways, this is the super carrier. It's absolutely massive, roughly like loosely based on the design of the Nimitz class, I think. I mean, pretty close. It's obviously much bigger than the Nimitz, and the Nimitz doesn't have this little extra bit that sticks out on the bottom there. But so the guided particle gun is pretty good. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's pretty good. So if we just you can see here it does use the Aegis system. What I found out last time was that, like, I didn't think I was gonna like using the Aegis version of this because it's like really awkward, so I was doing this the whole time. But as you can see, even though we have two lasers and we're broadside, so they both can fire, it only fires one at a time. So in that sense, you're better off just using the Aegis system to let the Aegis like target multiple targets at once. Like launch the chaff. It's not. There we go. Wow, that did not want to launch the chaff grenades. I think it's just really lagging because there's so much going on. But it did not want to launch chaff grenades there. So it's a pretty straightforward mission. We do have a lot of health and armor, and we have the EM shield system, which isn't coming into play yet because these guys aren't using lasers, but I promise you it will eventually. So let's fire off some more Illumination Flares here, of course, just to get all the survivors that we can. Get those extra points, because we do want to level up our Silver Swan rank as much as possible. We have the bow jet thruster on here. No, we don't? Yes, we do. Okay, that was weird. It wasn't working again. I think some of the buttons are just not working right now because it's so laggy. There's so much going. Now, it's not as laggy as, you know, Warship Gunner 1 when you get into fights like this, but it's definitely struggling a little bit to keep up. So, chaff grenades, illumination flares, and just keep on firing, I guess. The guided particle gun can target aircraft, so yeah, thankfully it's not targeting too many aircraft right now. Just gonna keep on going with our lasers here and just trying to sink as much stuff as we can. Another hostile presence has been confirmed. What on earth? What is? Battleship Sagami of the Empire's Pacific Fleet. That voice, it's Instructor Sakuba. He's not dead, but he's on the wrong side, so this is awkward. This is very drastically different from, you know, being on Sakuba's path, where obviously this doesn't happen. And he's very much against the Empire. Alright, let me check for that transport. Okay, looks like the transport's there, so I'm gonna go over there real quick. It could be the transport, or it could be just one stray ship, but last time I didn't miss the transport, so I want to make sure I don't do that again. Get some illumination flares up while we continue to fire at these ships while we go this way after what I believe to be the transport, hopefully. Is it the transport? Looks like a transport. Let's hope that it actually is. Here. Alright, sure. And this laser can actually target pretty much everything other than submarines, which is nice. And it's guided, so that means that it doesn't have any problem at all hitting aircraft. Can't lock on. See, that's what I was talking about can't lock on until you get close enough, and that's what ECCM helps with. It lets you lock onto them farther away. And yes, we got the treasure this time, so that's good, because I missed it last time. So it looks like as soon as Tsukuba's ship shows up, then you can go ahead and get the treasure. So just if you're looking for it, then keep that in mind, I guess. Let's see. Just got to get these battleships out of here. There we go. More Illumination Flares. Lots and lots of reinforcements in this mission, much like that one that we just played a couple videos ago, I think. And lots of enemy ships. I need to remember to be glancing over at the recording periodically to make sure it's not having any more problems. Let me zoom all the way out here. There we go. Now I can get a slightly wider field of view or range of lock-on on this Aegis system here. So yeah, pretty straightforward. These Takao class cruisers are pretty tough, if I do say so myself, as you can see. And see the can't lock on thing again until we get closer, which is kind of annoying, but it's not the end of the world. We're getting pretty close anyways, regardless, just because it's kind of how my playstyle is. Not the smartest thing in an aircraft carrier, but you know what? In this game it works. Wouldn't work in something like World of Warships, of course, but this game isn't hyper-realistic. Yeah, if there was any doubt, something I said last time, or the first time, if there was any doubt that this game is not exactly a historical simulator or super realistic, the fact that we have 22 nuclear reactors inside of this thing, you should, clear that from your mind. We should wipe any doubt from your mind that this is not a realistic historical simulator. Oh yes, and the battleship Sagami. This is Tsukuba's ship here. It's a Nagato class, though it looks a little weird. Whoa, what is the ship doing? His ship did that last time, and I don't know why. It's, He's got a very special ship, I'll say that much. Oh yes, very special indeed. Special needs, maybe, a little bit. Battleship Sagami has been destroyed. It's sinking.
Spotted.
And that's Tsukuba's story on this path, at least. So, yeah, very, very drastically different, obviously, from, being on his actual path. You don't see that happen on his path because it wouldn't make any sense for that to happen on his path. Oh, I fired at that aircraft, but my aircraft got it before my laser could get there. Let's get these funds crates, and what did we just run out of? Oh, anti-air missiles, okay. That's not too big of a problem. Also, the pulse lasers run out of ammo very, very quickly, so even with the 6 ammo crates that I had, they were just running out constantly. So we want to grab some of these other crates, parts crate and so on. We got some structures here that we can pound with our lasers, I guess. Let's see. Oh yeah, these are the battleships I was looking for. What is that? Funds crate? I want that. Let's go get that. Oh my goodness, there's so many. They're all over the place. At least we're doing 80.5 knots. Pretty good. Pretty fast. I don't know how I ended up with a 40-something minute video last time. We're not even at 30 minutes now, but I don't know. I mean, I just wish I hadn't lost it in general. Like, that just would have been best. Oh well. We're here now. It's gonna be up. The video's gonna be up. It's just gonna be late, but better late than never. I did after that first failure. I did just like I was like, I need to take a break from this for a sec and just calm down. I was so upset, so I just went and played my guitar for a little bit and had some coffee and calmed down before I tried to get back into this. But yeah, it's way more, trust me guys, it's way more frustrating for me than I'm sure it is for you. Alright, I forgot that we don't have a fire extinguisher on here, so let's fix that. Chaff grenades. Yeah, I just had to fix that the old-fashioned way, but that's alright. Oh, there was an aircraft carrier still alive over here, apparently. I didn't know that. I would have gone after him a lot sooner if I'd known that. Another ammo crate for us. That's very helpful. A couple more funds crates. Let's see. Chaff grenade again. Loaned to Cow class cruiser that must have survived from earlier. And as you can see, what is going on with these here, it just kind of bounces your lock on right back off of them and just won't let you get a solid lock, which is, you know, moderately annoying. I'm not sure I want to stick with these as the primary armament of this thing. They're not extremely powerful, like they're not doing a bad job, but they could be a lot better, I think. Or we could find something a lot better, I should say. But I don't know what else would be a good thing to use here, so maybe, I don't know, maybe some railguns. I'm sure there's better optical weapons that we can and will get eventually. I just don't know what those would be. So, I don't know. Like I said, the 25 centimeter cannons are just way too small for this point of the game. I mean, the auto reload system would help make up for that, but even with the auto reload system, they just wouldn't do enough. They just wouldn't do enough damage, I don't think. So, found another group of carriers back here. Or, well, I think it's just one carrier, but still. We're going to take them down. There we go. I keep forgetting I have that bow jet thruster, and it's really, really helpful, and I should use it more often, but I always forget that I have it. I'm not used to having it. It's not something I usually even bother equipping until this point of the game, when like you actually need to be able to turn, because you're using that E-Tech propulsion system, so yeah, I just always forget that I have it. Oh look, more reinforcements spotted right next to me. At least they were right next to me, so that makes it easy. And we found the last group of ships over here. So let's go ahead and deal with them, and unless any more reinforcements show up, we should actually finally be done with this. Carrier's down. One of the battleships is down, and the other battleship is down. There we go. Illumination Flares. We've got 2 parts crates to get. And there's nothing else here. We already got the treasure. So, we are good to go. Alright, let's withdraw here. Let's see what other story stuff we have to see. Having a hard time dealing with Tsukuba's death and his turning to the Empire and all of that. 544,000 funds, that's a lot. Grey Ghost, I assume, is an aircraft. UK Battleship 7, that's pretty cool, that's nice treasure. A whole bunch of aircraft in here, most of which I think we already have researched, so yeah. Let's go ahead and save. And let's see here. Alright, sounds like a pretty straightforward mission, but that will be for next time, because this is a little bit of a long video. And we only did one mission, but that's mainly because of the designing the carrier took a while. So we got a lot of good research done. And yeah, we'll continue more research next time. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Warship Gunner 2 EL2. I'm sorry that it was late and I had all the recording problems. There's just nothing I can do about that. But I hope you have enjoyed nonetheless. And as always, I hope to see you all in the next one.